Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another Dividend Goals. It's your boy Jamar. I hope y'all had a good week. I had a wonderful week last week. Actually, I had to go up to New Jersey and do some training for my job, like some corporate training. And I met some amazing people this week. I had such a good time. It was so fun. I also learned a lot. It was a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Some stuff I did know, but it was a good refresher. So, man, it was good. Also, if I met you this week, shout out to you. Shout out to Layana. Shout out to Jasmine. Jesus. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to my boy Kyle. Shout out to Marlena. Definitely shout out to Nick, man. He's such a cool cat. Man, Michael, did I say Michael just in case? Because that was my dog. We was kicking it a lot. I want to make sure I say what's up to him, man. Shout out to all of you. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I'm about to forget. My girl, Tanya. Shout out to you, Tanya, man. I hope you check this video out. I hope you see it, man. It was good. And I didn't forget you, Tiffany. Shout out to you. Shout out to PG County. Shout out to Maryland, Aberdeen, Baltimore, all that good stuff, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. It was really good to meet y'all. Cool to hear the stories. Cool to have somebody to bounce ideas off of, man. That was amazing. All right, and if you're new here at Dividend Goals, again, my name is Jamar, and all I do is a dollar cost average. So each week I invest a certain amount. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's a little bigger. Actually, last week I only invested $30. This week I invested a whopping $200. I invested $200 this week, and it got me 7 buys. I'm going to go over that right now. So our first purchase this week was SoFi Technologies. They're an online financial services fintech company. We spent $4.31, and at the time, the share price was $8.31, 30 cents. I'm sorry. They're actually going on sale because they got up to about $10. They're going on back down. Hopefully, if they hit $6 again, I'm gonna go ahead and buy 100 shares of that. Other than that, I'm gonna keep dollar cost averaging into it. We're gonna see how it goes. It's one of my long-term plays. I want to see what it does in like the next 5 to 10 years. And our next purchase, our next smallest purchase, or a little larger, was Kenvue Inc. They're a spinoff from Johnson & Johnson, so they hold things like Tylenol and Zyrtec. All right, at the time, the share price was $21.94, and we spent $6.85. Again, this is one of those long-term dollar cost average plays. I hope it can turn into something. I always think about Tylenol, like who's not taking Tylenol when they have a headache or aspirin or something like that. So it's just one of those brands that your mind goes to when you're having minor aches and pains. So I believe this is going to be a good buy for us long term. All right, now next purchase was Gentex Corp. And at the time, the share price was $32.81. And we spent $10.55. They make the dimmable like rear view mirrors. Well, not dimmable, but like they dim the light as light shines in your car. And they hold a couple of other patents. They have some work they do in aerospace. So yeah, that's one of my other long-term plays. I plan on dollar cost averaging in that for the next few years just to see where it goes, and hopefully it goes well. Our next purchase was Coke Consolidated Inc. Well, Coca-Cola Consolidated Inc. And they're the bottling company for Coca-Cola, but they're a separate company. All right, and at the time, the share price was $915.53, and we spent $17.71. And our next purchase was Fair Isaac Corp. That's FICO. That's for your creditors, and different banks use their services, to determine who's going to get credit and how much. But anyway, at the time, the share price was $1,227.56, and we spent $28.28. So again, this is one of those long-term plays we plan on keep dollar cost averaging in. Eventually, I have 1 share soon. We're almost there. I believe total I have about a half a share. So yeah, we're going to see where this thing goes. Our next purchase was Amazon, which is an online retail. They also is into deliveries and online streaming and other things. So at the time, the share price was $155.05, and we spent $53.93. All right, and our final and largest purchase this week was none other than Apple. And Apple makes smartwatches. They make phones. They're one of the biggest phone retailers, smartphone retailers in the world, I believe, definitely in the States. And at the time, the share price was $186.17, and we spent $78.34. We're going to dollar cost average in this thing pretty much forever. All right, and it looks like for the week, we're up $48.76, which is about 4.27% according to M1 Finance. All right, and it says for the year so far, so for the month, we're up $49.43, which is about a 3.5% return so far this year. So I think we're off to a good start. Looks like so far on this dollar cost averaging journey, we have a total invested of $2,469.34. Again, you know, our next price, well, our next goal is $5,000. We're going to hit 3,000 first. So we're going to celebrate that a little bit. We're getting a little closer to that. So yeah, man, going over the next few months, my goal is to hit $5,000 totally invested inside of the stock market. So that's my update this week, man. I hope you guys have started on your dollar cost averaging journey. I hope you're starting to learn to invest. I hope you're saving. I hope you're getting yourself out of debt. I hope you're just becoming better, man. I hope you're smiling more each day, getting a little happier, man. No matter what's going on, you always have up to look forward to. Man, thank y'all for tuning in this week. Again, it's your boy Jamar, Dividend Goals. I'll see you on the next one, man. Make sure you come back next week to check your boy out.